Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the spring market, and I hope everybody's getting excited for it. I hope that you're seeing the same kind of activity that we've been seeing. Without our final numbers in, I'm looking at our closings, and we look like we're up 20 to 25% in our settlements year over year, which bodes really, really well for what could happen in the summer. Seeing a lot of leads starting to really flow in. It's that time of year where things really start to pick up. So it's a great thing. I'm going to make a commitment to you today, and we're going to do some training that's a little different. You're going to see a little less of me and a little bit more of your colleagues, and I want to keep doing that. And in order to do that, in order for us to take next steps in training and talk about different things, we have to stick on the basics. And we're not able to walk away from the basics yet. And I say that with great respect for what we've done and a great respect for what you've done. But bottom line, we're going to talk about some customer service things today. And last year, we're measured in 3 different areas of our territory, and in each of the 3 areas, we fell 1% short. And 1% is just so difficult to swallow when you're up against such tough metrics. And the basics are what will get us past. I know there were issues last year. I know that we had significant mortgage issues that we faced, and we talked about overcoming those things. And we could use those as an excuse. We could use them if they happen again. We could say, well, that's the reason why. But there are other companies in the country that see the same kind of business that we have, that face the same kind of problems that we did, and they got there. And I promise you that the reason why they got there is because they focused on the basics. So I have a sheet. I've given you a sheet on service. It's stuff that you've seen before. I'm asking you to make a commitment. I'm asking you that when this video is over, you'll turn it off and you'll look at that paper and you'll figure out how are you systematically going to make sure those things are happening. And it's so important. I can't stress enough that if we don't do those things, we're likely to face the same thing next year, which is coming close, but not quite getting there. Service is such a big piece. If we can get service in our different territories, we can be platinum in all 3 of our measured areas, and that's just going to be more business for everybody. So we'll do something different today. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on an agent who's doing a great job of providing service. And we noticed some little things that he was doing, and I thought, you know what, I need to get over there, and I need to talk to Jeff Wu from our McLean office. He's doing some different things, and I want to talk to him, and I want to put him on video, and I want him to share some of the ideas that he's using, and hopefully have you think a little bit different about your service today. So we'll start with Jeff's philosophy and how he sees the business.
To tailor the customer service to the client's needs, and part of that though is understanding the needs, and then also setting high expectations and hopefully giving them even higher level of service. But it's really about discovery, understanding who the client is, understanding what those needs are, and then communicating through yourself or your entire team, or through every step of the way, that you're there to meet those needs, whether it's a tough negotiation or whether it's just communicating with them regularly, setting up those systems so that, again, you meet those needs and exceed them at the very end, so that they know you're going to wow them.
So I'd be willing to bet if I asked each and every one of you, you would all have a statement that you could make, a philosophy that you could share about customer service. And I know that everyone heads out there with the intention of providing great customer service. And how does it sometimes fall down? Or how do we consistently make sure that it stays at that high level when we're busy? I asked Jeff if he had a formula. Listen to what he had to say.
We really want to show them that we're a professional group. This is our career. This is what we do. And we do that by having it in a professional environment. We have a system for everything. Okay, my assistant, my team member, my client care coordinator, she manages what we call a recipe book, which is all of our systems for every little thing that needs to be done. If we ever have to do anything more than once, we need to create a system for it to make sure everybody does it the right way. If that system ever needs tweaking, we can pull that back out, we can improve it. But there is a methodology for everything. So for example, with a new buyer, we have them come into the office. That's the only way we'll meet them, in the office. take a half an hour, whatever it is, understand their needs. They sit down. We have 2 forms they fill out. One of them is about understanding their needs. The other one is about understanding who they are as a person. Asking them their birthdays, asking them their favorite restaurant, what college they went to, their favorite sports, fruits, drinks, all those things. And I set the tone. They say, what's this? And I say, this is if and when you ever send me a referral, so I don't want to give you a Starbucks card if you don't like coffee. I want to take you to your favorite restaurant. And they all say, oh, wow. So I've already introduced to them the concept that I'm very open to them sending me referrals. And, that's something I want to perpetuate throughout the whole process. But I'm only going to succeed if I meet their level of service, if I exceed that, if I can understand what their personality type is, and then talk to them with the right level of enthusiasm or with the right level of detail. Talk to them in the manner in which they prefer. Not what I prefer, what they prefer. They're the client. I'm going to serve their...
By the way, I'm not sure if everybody knows, but we have a great new office in Annapolis. Our Crofton office has moved into a beautiful space in Annapolis, and I wish everybody there absolute success, and you're going to grow it that much bigger, and it's going to be great. I bring you up because I remember sitting with you specifically when we were talking about customer service, and we were talking about systems and how you set expectations with people, and everybody was real with me, and they said, Scott, we don't always get to bring somebody into the office. Sometimes we're meeting in a coffee shop. Sometimes somebody's in Afghanistan and they don't even have access to email on a regular basis. And so there was a real concern that there's 20, 25, whatever the percentage of customers are that are out there that don't quite fit into the formula Jeff was talking about. So I asked him about them, and I wanted him to share his perspective on that customer as well.
That is an awesome question, and I have challenges with those people too. But I think it's not exactly what I'm going to do or what the next person is going to do. I think the key with those people or anybody is that you have a system and you follow that system. I think when people get off track and people spend too much money and people get all stressed out is when they don't know what they're doing, when they haven't planned out their day, they haven't planned out the action items to serve those people. So I think you need to understand what the needs are of that person in that situation and then have a system for that. They can receive emails or they can receive, attachments. You can use those same forms to fill out, but you can meet their needs in a different way. And if you, again, systematize that, you're going to be so much better off.
Jeff has built himself a really good team, and as long as I've been in real estate, that's a difficult question for agents to try to figure out. When's the right time for me to start a team? And teams look different. You can have teams of agents working together. You can have an assistant that works for you. I asked Jeff a little bit about his team and to share some perspective with you on how he's built it and what he would share with you.
I would say do it. Do it. Wholeheartedly do it. Forget about the chicken and the egg and all that stuff. You need to get anything off your plate that isn't mission critical. I mean, write down what you do every day and what is the top priorities. That's what you need to be doing. Do you need to be making copies? Do you need to be doing faxes? Do you need to be, making a brochure? Whatever you can get off your plate, get it off your plate. And regardless if you want to do 500 transactions or not, I have a family, I have kids, I want to play basketball, I want to do a whole lot of things, I want to enjoy my life. And the more successful you are, the less you'll be able to do that unless you have systems, unless you have support. And support is great people doing great things. And my team members can do whatever they're doing way better than I can now. I don't question. There's a big reason for them to be there. And if you do it, call me if you want to talk.
And how many people are on your team?
That's a great question. We have, I guess you could say 6 people. We have 6 people, but 4 of them are virtual, and they don't sit in the office. I don't pay rent for them. They do what they need to do, where they need to do it, and they do a great job.
Terrific. And did you get all the right people on the first try, or how did?
Oh, no. I went through a lot of learning experiences, and I'm still learning, definitely. But had a couple of people a couple years back that were not the right fit, But because of that, I learned tremendously, and now I have some amazing, amazing people. And I, encourage you. If you don't try that first person, you'll never get to that second or third one, or whoever it is that is the right person.
I'm sure there's been a lot of effort that's gone into Jeff building his recipe book, and I think everybody has to build their own. But I just want to show you one small example of a little thing that they've systemized, and I ask you to think about how this would make the customer feel as they walk into the office. Okay, I'm walking into the McLean office, and I'm noticing that there's a sign right here that says, "Welcome, Eric and Aaron." What is that all about?
This is our welcome sign that Jeff Wu puts out for the clients that come in to meet with him or to have a settlement. Sometimes we'll say congratulations if it's a settlement, or we'll put a welcome sign out to make the clients feel more comfortable when they come in.
I want to thank Jeff for taking the time to share his perspective with me, and I look forward to getting all of your perspectives and going out there and looking at the different people who can help us get better as a team and as a company. So I asked Jeff if he had any final words, and here they are.
Never stop learning, never stop growing. Read positive books, positive affirmations, and lean into your agent colleagues. There's enough business for everyone, and we can all help each other grow and succeed.
Jeff's 1,000% right. We can lean on each other. We have amazing talent in this company, not just about customer service, about anything that we're doing. We have people who are successful. And lean on the people in your office. I'm going to work to get their perspectives for you once a month, and we're going to get better and better and better at this. I hope everybody's getting excited. Make the commitment that you're going to take a few moments at the end of this training and systemize what we're doing. I thought it would be kind of fun to share just a couple more perspectives with you, and I'll leave you with this.
Customer service is all about excellence, and at Century 21 New Millennium, that's our mantra, and we live.
Good customer service is essential.
It's about greeting people the right way.
Customer service is going above and beyond.
My customer service is hands-on.
Customer service is awesome.
Customer service is wowing the customer.
Customer service is making people feel good about their service you're providing to them.
Customer service is a must.
When in doubt, smile.